Alright, here we go. The only level 25 match I was actually able to have that wasn't a complete sweep against me and was at least somewhat entertaining. Either way, she sends in Frogadier. I'm going to send in my Helioptile to make a good prediction there. And now she's going to send in his Skiddo here. And while I go ahead and T-Wave upon the switch, so now her Skiddo is paralyzed, which is kind of good for me. So I'm going to switch out while it's paralyzed and send in my Stab, my Hunnage. And I'm going to go for that Stab. But first I'm going to go for a Swords Dance. So now my attack power is boosted, because this thing is pretty awesome, and you get still paralyzed. So that's really bad for you. Either way, I have the Aerial Ace, not Stab, but either way, does a good damage chunk to it, and it's paralyzed. So now she's going to switch out, and now she's going to send Anorexia, her own Helioptile. There we go. I'll remember these names some way or another, just you watch. She's going to go for a charge here, while I'm going to go ahead and go for the Fury Cutter to try and, rack up that damage power each turn. Looks like Fury Cutter got a severe boost in power this gen, so that's pretty cool. She's going to go for Shadow Claw and see what is not super effective against Steel. Well, Steel Ghost, rather. Because, Steel is no longer resisted against Shadow Claw. I find it interesting how for Fire Fang, Charmeleon just slashes his hand for Fire Fang. Kind of odd. Either way, now he's setting my War Turtle, and she's of course going to switch in back to her Frogadier. I go for the Rock Slash, hoping for maybe a defense drop, but no, I'm just going to switch out here. And I'm going to send in my Quilladin, of course. Now, it seemed like an obvious play. It seemed like the only one I could really go for. So she's going to switch out against it and send in Pixels, Revilion. Funny thing about this Pokemon here, while I go for Leech Seed. When I first saw this thing in action, like when Pokemon actually started posting videos of Revilion, I actually, as a joke, said, "Oh my gosh, these graphics are terrible. I can see the pixels on those wings." People thought I was serious, flagged me, started down-talking me, saying I didn't know what I was talking about, how all the other games had pixels, and just trashed me and downvoted me and removed my post from, spamming. It was a joke! The whole thing was a joke because it's meant to have pixels on its wings, but oh well, that's about that. So right now my Fletchinder is going for those fire moves. I tried to go for Thief as well, but her Sylveon's not really holding any berry or anything, so whatever. And Fletchinder only has Ember and Peck, so it can't really do all too much. While her Sylveon is just going to go ahead and go for Baby-Doll Eyes upon the switch. I don't have anything I can really take on against the Fairy type. I don't have any Steel moves yet, so I don't have any Poison ones either. Either way, the Sylveon is paralyzed, and I go for Parabolic Charge. Parabolic Charge, maybe? Not sure how you really it could either be pronounced either way, I think. Either way, I'm going to go ahead and switch out here and send Thumbelina. By far better Fairy type. Oh yeah. Gotta love that Flotel, I believe is what it's called. Look how cute it is. It's only a little flower and it's a little flick little pixie. It's so cute. Look at that smile. You gotta love that thing. You gotta love it. I mean, sure, it's not the most powerful thing in the world, but it's just so adorable. You gotta love it. Either way, I can't really do anything against the Sylveon here, so I decided to switch out again and send in Quilladin, while she switches out herself and sends in Pixels. So bad matchup for me. Although I'm expecting her to predict me to switch this turn. But I went for Leech Seed this turn instead, so haha, I didn't switch this turn. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go for that Leech Seed, and now you're, seeded. Of course, now I'm gonna switch out and send in my Helioptile. That's what I'm gonna go for. She goes for a Struggle Bug and actually pretty much kills me off. Well, almost, but my special attack goes down, that's for sure. But I get some health back, and even though my special attack did drop, I can go ahead and go for a Parabolic Charge, whatever it is. And sure, you're going to Leech Seed, you're going to go ahead and use that, Draining Kiss on me. Give me back my health. Give me back my health. And of course, with Leech Seed and everything, I think I'm actually back to more health than I was from the start. Thanks. Cool, that works for me. She knows this, and now she's going to switch out and send in Sylveon again, which I honestly can't do anything to. Parabolic Charge, I'm going to say Parabolic Charge, because why not? Like, Parabola, Parabol doesn't really make much sense. I think it's probably Parabolic Charge. But either way, I sent in my Quilladin against hoping for a paralysis, and she does get paralyzed, so that's nice. Gonna go for the Leech Seed again like I have for like the past 5 turns, I think. I've done Leech Seed, Leech Seed, Leech Seed. That's really all this thing can really do right now, because this thing still hasn't learned another grass move other than Vine Whip. I mean, seriously, was it supposed to learn one? Because I actually had to skip it from evolving when it first had a chance to evolve. Did it learn a move upon level up? Upon evolving? Because if it did, I missed out on that move. Either way, I'm still using Vine Whip because, that base 35... Actually, no, it's base 40 power now. Oh, man, that power. So now she sends in Charmeleon. Of course, I can't do anything against that with my Quilladin. So I'm going to set my war turtle just to, you know, wall it, because what honestly is this thing going to do? I see it using the Ember on me. I guess he's going for that, blaze range. But then she goes for dragon range. I'm like, oh wow, we should have actually done that from the start. Okay. I can't see pick this name, Pixels, without thinking of Bent Pixels, who I'm like networked through or whatever. Well, anyway, I have the Rocky helmet, so I did some good damage when I went out, and so, you know, some recoil damage there. And this thing's going to go for a side beam, do some pretty good damage, but Ember's, of course, going to finish it off, no problem, because it's super effective. Even though it's only Ember, it's still something. So then our last Pokemon is going to be Sylveon. Not really sure what she can really do with Sylveon, but we'll see here. I could just whittle this thing down, slowly whittle it down. So I think one more peck's going to be able to take it out, so I think I'm going to be able to go for the peck here. It's going to go down, and of course, guys, that's going to be good game.